What is this about Salah being sold for 60 million? Right, we've got to be very careful about this because to the best of my knowledge, the link for Mohamed Salah leaving in this window comes from the rag. You know what I'm talking about when I say the rag. I can't say I've even read the article. The only reason it came to my attention was because you know the way Sky Sports News have their transfer talk stuff and they give you the paper headlines for the next day. I'd seen it on that, clicked into the Sky Sports thread, seen who it was from, and left. So I doubt it. I doubt it. And the reason I doubt it is it's not really in Salah's interest. The club, yeah, I could understand it from our side, but it's not in Salah's interest to accept the transfer fee in this window because it'll probably end up costing him a fair few quid. The only way I could potentially see that work, if that scenario was to play out, would be that Salah gets a cut of the transfer fee. That's the only thing I can think of because otherwise he knows he's going to get a massive signing on bonus and huge wages if he was to leave Liverpool at the end of the upcoming season. Look, we all still hope that Salah signs an extension. I know some people are distancing themselves a little bit. Some people would rather he moved on. Some people like myself are begging and hoping he signs a new deal. Because look, whatever we say, whatever we think, we are better with Mohamed Salah in the squad than not in the squad. Yeah, I don't see him moving in this window. I don't think Liverpool would have a chance to address the balance in this window as well. We've already lost Sadio Mane, of course, to Bayern Munich. We've brought in Diaz before that, and we've brought in, of course, Darwin. I'm just going to call him Nunez for now, because I don't want to deafen you again. I hope Salah does sign a new deal before the season starts. That, to me, Alex, should be what we all hope for. You know, I have my own stance on how I think this has played out, and it's not very favourable towards Mohamed Salah with how I think. But still, even allowing for that, mate, no doubt in my mind, I want Salah to sign a new deal. I want Mohamed Salah to stay at Liverpool Football Club. Even though some of the gloss has been taken off his legacy. For me, just my opinion, I still want him here because he's amazing. And, you know, he's one of us. Who do you think we would get if Salah doesn't sign a new deal? I'd be guessing. I would be guessing. Like, I can give you all the usual links and players that we've been linked with, but it's a very difficult question because one part of my mind doesn't want to consider Mohamed Salah going and wants to just, you know, cover my ears, put my head in the sand and go, it's not happening, it's not happening, it's not happening. But then another part of me feels that he probably will leave at the end of next season and that we will have to start lining up a replacement. So I don't know. I really just don't know. I don't even attempt to guess because, you know, we have our links, our players that we like the Jared Bowens. Rafinha's gone cold completely from a Liverpool perspective. That's, you know, Arsenal seem to be one of the clubs pushing for Rafinha. Jeremy Doku, who, you know, we've long been linked with, he hasn't had his greatest season, coupled with some injuries. But there are a couple of people, by the way, who maybe taking a little bit of extra time over this could work out in our favour. And by that I mean, so I know Liverpool were looking at Neto at one point, and he had a long time out then with injury at Wolves. So, you know, the interest in him could be kept over the upcoming season. But the big one, and the one whose name I think we're all wanting to hear, is Federico Chiesa of Juventus, who's coming back, of course, from an ACL. You know how much I've been pushing Jared Bowen. Chiesa is it. Chiesa is the one. I think a lot of us could agree on Chiesa as being the potential long-term successor because he's an exciting talent. He really is. And I understood when his father and himself made that decision that he wanted to stay in Italy for a few more years because of his development, and it was the right decision. And like I've said before about other players who stay, like Gavi as an example, it will be the right decision when he stays at Barcelona. Another season probably gives us a much better, I won't say much better shot at it, but it certainly gives us time to see how he recovers from that serious injury. Liam said Werner links. They won't go away, these links, Liam, to Timo Werner. I just don't see it. I don't see it for a couple of reasons. Chelsea will absolutely see us as competitors. You know, they are a club that will sell to a competitor, Chelsea, but I would imagine they would want a very significant transfer fee for Timo Werner. And I don't know how Klopp feels about the situation, having missed out on Werner, obviously, when he chose to buy into Frank Lampard's vision and go to Chelsea at the time. Hasn't worked out for him from a personal level, it looks like, at Chelsea. Would I have him? Yes, I would. I mean, I know people are going to say he's been pants at Chelsea, but I've always believed that Timo Werner will be an amazing fit in the Liverpool squad, playing under Jurgen Klopp in our system. And I still believe that. I still think Timo Werner would be a great fit, but I just don't think that Liverpool would pay it, because remember, we didn't pay it in the first place. When Chelsea went in for Werner, we weren't willing to match. So I don't know what would change now when we've just gone out and spent potentially a club record fee on Darwin. So